What is going on, TSP Nation, and welcome back for another episode of TSP, episode 164. We have another loaded episode with you with special guest and friend of show, Walter from MichiganBBQ Addicts. Our good friend Walter joins us once again to discuss not only his barbecue, but the growth of his TikTok page since we last talked, some behind-the-scenes looks at one of his more popular segments, such as the Roll for Barbecue series. He names a list of people of possible collabs in the near future. And we also discuss with Walter MichiganBBQ Addicts plans for not only 2024, but beyond. He joins us with Around the Mill with Dill, a loaded one at that. And we started off with our TSP WWE insider Bobby Hall giving us the scoop on Royal Rumble, the Vince McMahon news, and big news coming up on January 2025 with WWE Raw and a Netflix merger. John Harbaugh joins the LA Chargers. Justin Timberlake announces his Forget Tomorrow World Tour after a 5-year hiatus. We give our thoughts on the NFL Super Bowl logo theory and our predictions for the Super Bowl. And the D-Lo Lock of the Week makes its return for Championship Sunday. And we wrap it all up with our new segment, TSP Tiers. And what better category to do with MichiganBBQ Addicts than barbecue items? And we wrap it all up with our new segment, TSP Tiers. And what better category to tier with MichiganBBQ Addicts than Backyard BBQ Items? We have all this and a whole lot more on a loaded episode of TSP 164. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to smash that like button, scoff fuck the like button, do whatever you want to it. Just make sure you hit it and subscribe as well. Follow us at TSP_2019 on social media and have a wonderful week.
You are now tuned in. You are now tuned in. You are now tuned in. You are now tuned. You are now tuned in to the TSP. Got the game in our hand like a PSP. Bob Dylan Joe, one hell of a show. All them other podcasts, let it go. That y'all recording boring, gotta snore. TSP hitting like T early in the morning. Been doing all things since 2019. Pay respect, bow down, baby, kiss the ring. Take a second, enjoy the moment. You witnessing greatness. Still welcome if you new, forgiving your lateness. You streaming in your car, then let it ride. If you on the YouTube, like the video, subscribe. You are now tuned in to the TSP. You are now tuned in to the You are now tuned in. You are now tuned in to the TSP.
Yes, sir. TSP episode 164. I'm your host, Bobby Hall, and with me, as always, my co-host Dylan Savage and Joe the Greek. Boys, how we doing? Had a
Doing
little throat
good.
clearing going on. Who cleared their throat during my motherfucking monologue, dude? Who did?
That was fucking
Wasn't
Joe.
me.
God damn
Clear
it.
the throat, goat.
No.
I was muted, and then he unmuted me as I did it. I was like, uh-oh. I saw the button change. I'm like, well, all right.
It automatically unmutes. After the video.
Anyways,
There we go. It's good to see you, boys.
likewise,
I haven't
homeboy.
really been able to see a whole lot of shit this week. So I feel like it's been foggy for about 5 days straight, at least around these parts.
Oh, shit, dude.
Nuts, man. My kids I've been to school 3 times in 2 weeks.
I was on 223, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. I watched a truck literally disappear in front of me. It was maybe 60 yards in front of me, and it just left. Just gone. I know it was there. And it's seen it,
Yeah,
all right.
we're just
Ghost truck.
we're getting hit with it at all, man. I mean, it's better than what we were fucking with 2 weeks ago, that's for sure.
Ooh.
But yeah, it gets a little sketchy out there. Just driving through clouds.
Hammer it down, baby. Just hammer it down. We got the sensors to let me know if there's something in front of me. It'll stop me.
Mine don't work.
It'll just
No,
keep going.
None of the safety stuff worked. None of the on guard. None of the rumble strip thing. Nothing.
But
Yeah, none of that shit works for my truck, so I just let it rip.
hell yeah.
Whoops. It's not governed. It's bad, dude. I mean, if my boss is listening, the truck is super safe and totally cool to drive.
There you go.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's all it counts.
Well, I started driving, and all of a sudden we got a company policy flyer. You're not allowed to do over 70. Everybody looks at me. I'm like, come on, man.
Can't help gravity going down a hill.
I just let the truck eat. Why are you mad at me?
I'm glad to see you, Dylan. I'm glad to see you in one piece because we got our first look behind the scenes of how you do these intro videos. You got to send over the unedited video, and I got to tell you, man, I worry about you. I don't want you to feel like you have to make those if that's what happens every week.
He's losing his fucking mind.
Yeah, man. And then I went back because I didn't like 162. You told me there was the little Easter egg or whatever. Because usually when it hits the outro, I turn it off unless I know of something ahead of time. But you told me to go back and look, and I watched it, and that one was even worse, man. It was funny.
Are you all right, man?
He's just like, I fucking hate making these.
Then don't. Like, no one's making you do this shit.
No, it's getting better. It's getting better.
I don't know, man. The last one I saw, not
there
better.
Was a good 1 to 2 minutes there. Cause you sent it to me, and I was watching it, and then I noticed that it was the unedited version. But then you started having like fuck ups and stuff, so I got invested in it, and there was some funny shit in there. But I was like, man,
I watched it.
Racking his fucking brain. I get this done.
Yeah, because usually it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
it's like right after I realized I fell asleep on the couch, so I'm already pissed off about that, and then. Gotta get up here and fucking do this all.
I text you. I was like, hey, man, you sent me the unedited version. He's like, you know how much that fucking pisses me off?
Oh, yeah, we can tell.
How much, man? A lot.
So, 11 out of 10 pissed off.
Yeah, it does.
But
it does.
Kudos to you, man. You know, the finished product, you would have no idea that you're pacing around your room, wanting to maybe punch a hole in your wall. But
drinking a Monster, breaking drywall. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've obviously, I only see the finished product most of the time. So that was the first time I've ever seen the.
It was funny, though. I want to know what your blood pressure is during those moments.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not that bad. It's just more pissed off at myself. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy that I can't speak proper sentences at times.
Like, played a game called Catch Up, and then you fucked up something up, and then you're like, fuck.
That was killing me, dude. I think the first one, I'm like, all right, whatever, that's not that bad. But I like your third flip out in under a minute. I'm like, dude, this guy is fucking on one right now.
Just fucking say it. I don't have any I don't have any cue cards from me or anything. It's all at the top of the dome. So it's like I have a vision. I just want to execute it. It's just get it over with.
I mean, just open up Notepad.
People.
I want to read off something.
Commercial or anything. Like, you can talk normal most of the time, but when you got to say exactly that exact sentence and then that certain way, your brain just fucking fries for some reason.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's not like what we're doing right now. It's just talking, having a communication or dialogue, back and forth. It's like I have to kind of look at chronologically what we went over, kind of go back through the episode and then spit out I'm trying to also keep these under a minute 30 tops because people don't want to hear me rambling about it forever. So I'm trying to dish out as much information about the episode within that time frame and get right to it. So I do like doing it in the sense of giving people an itinerary of the episode so they know what to expect throughout the episode. I know that was a big request going probably from season 1. People like that when I did it in the details of the episode via text, but now just doing it more an intro, like you say, it's more of a Tim the Tatman-esque type of intro. Yeah. But I do like it, and it kind of sets the tone for the episode. People know what they're going to get into, what they're about to be listening to, and they could pretty much within the first minute and a half know what we're going to get into it from TSP's perspective.
Joe Rogan, get this man some alpha brain.
I fucking need it. It would be nice.
Telling you. He says he downs 6 of them when he talks to a scientist.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He just cancels it all out with the ounce of weed that he smokes during the episode.
No one said his meth is what's, the right
Speaking
one.
of weed, I saw that California They have outlawed the fact that you can't test people for marijuana for pre-employment now. So
Wait, they can't test it? Is that what you're saying?
They can't pre-drug test for marijuana in California.
That tells me that people aren't applying for jobs or something.
Well, that would make sense. Like,
what's the backstory?
One of the most stubborn states in the country, Ohio, finally got on board with recreational. Of course, can't use it now, so that does me no good. But I would believe, hopefully, that the DOT will get their head out of their fucking ass and let us smoke if we can drink alcohol. So there's definitely ways.
Here's the thing: it's gonna take one person to fuck that up and then reverse it back.
No, because you know how many people has fucked up already on alcohol driving with the CDL? They haven't reversed that.
Yeah, but the marijuana side, they're weird with it. So
it's bad propaganda. It's all it is. It's all it is. Poor propaganda, negative propaganda. It's honestly 10 times, 1,000 times better than alcohol, tenfold. So it's always just the people that, I'm not gonna get my high horse about it, but
you know what's better than both of those items, and I think you guys would agree, and that's barbecue. You know what I'm saying? And fortunately enough for us,
I fucking hate you right now.
We've got one of the kids. What do you mean? Is that false?
No, that transition is just wild to me.
Hey, go from smoking.
Smoking a blunt, smoking a brisket. Come on down.
Hey, some people would, maybe both of those coincide with each other.
Yeah.
But
hey, we've been doing this.
I just speak facts here on TSP. I like barbecue better than both. You know what I mean? So, fortunately, we got one of the kingpins of the barbecue game, a good friend of the show here. He's been on a couple live streams with us, which we'll have to do one of those again soon. Those have always been fun. But when he came on for the first time on an episode, I believe 2 years ago, maybe even a little longer now, he was hitting roughly around 25,000, 30,000 followers on TikTok. Right now, he's starting to near the 500K mark, which is incredible. And we'll get into some of that and what we can look forward to. But this week for episode 164, our guy, Walt Johnston of Michigan BBQ Addicts, is back in the TSP arena. Walt, welcome back, my man. It's great to see you.
Boys, it's awesome to see you again. It's been way too long.
Absolutely. You're doing some huge things since your very first encounter with the gang here. And it's been fun to watch. And it looks like you guys got some big stuff planned for 2024, especially right around this time. I know you guys like to do your Super Bowl appetizers and stuff like that. So those are usually some of my favorite videos. And definitely, I think has it been probably a year and a half since you rolled into Roll for Barbecue.
Yeah, we started Roll for Barbecue. It was October 2022. Okay. We ended up. I started the series, and I think I had a lot of time to, put my time and energy into. I lost my job around that time, and as Joe the Greek told me over text, he's like, "You weren't let go. You just got promoted to full-time pitmaster." Which, it worked out. I'm like, cool, motivational words. I like it. And so I put my energy while I was looking for a job into Roll for Barbecue. And now it's grown tremendously. We just passed episode 105. We did 105 the other day. Roll for Barbecue's been viewed over 60 million times. And
Jesus.
I was rolling the numbers this morning, and I'm like, what? And it just has grown tremendously. I mean, we've gone from just a small idea or cheating somebody else's ideas. A lot of the people say in the comments.
Rip off. I love seeing.
I know, a rip off.
This guy stole the sandwich guy's idea, but you shout him out every episode. I think you still tag him, or at least you were. I don't know. I don't ever read the text anymore because I know what it is.
Yeah. I still give him credit. I mean, ultimately, the idea came from him. It was inspired by him, and I want to be able to instill that because ultimately, there's a lot of people on the Adventures in Ardia train that if you don't give that guy credit, you're going to lose them as followers. And I mean, I'm not looking at it like, I don't want to lose followers. I mean, if I lose followers, I lose followers. That's just the nature of the beast. But
I think at least I haven't in a while. I don't see that spin for barbecue BS that was trying to happen a while back. So,
well, I think there was tacos, there was soup, there was all sorts of wild ass knockoff ones.
Oh yeah, a lot of them fell off, but the ones that have consistently stayed on, it's been, of course, roll for barbecue, roll for sandwich, roll for cereal. I don't see a lot of roll for cereal much, but I don't know if it's just the TikTok algorithms or anything like that. Roll for taco was one of my favorites. Big Papa Drew, big shout out to him. He's a really funny dude. But roll for taco is really entertaining. Right now, I'm into roll for wings. Just started connecting with that guy, and there's a lot of entertainment value in his episodes. If you guys check him out, it's
I gotta check that out. I love some wings. Is it like he rolls for whether he's gonna smoke them, bake them, fry them type thing?
Oh yeah, like it goes as far as like, are you going breaded or are we doing just plain Jane? Or he did one the other day. It was ended up being maple syrup as a season, not the seasoning. Maple syrup, gummy bears.
Okay.
And I can't remember and Pop Rocks.
So I was gonna ask him. I was gonna ask if he fucked it up like you do with these horrible ingredients. Cinnamon. So yes, he does. I got it.
Yeah. So I mean, he tried it and he's like, I want to hate this, but it's not bad.
I probably glazed it up real nice though. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Little squishy, a little like, I don't know, like a honey barbecue where it's like still kind of crispy, but still like sticky.
It looked like a stoner wing, honestly. I was like, this is straight up. This is either a 10-year-old made this or somebody ripped a bowl and was like, yeah, this sounds great.
I got these ingredients.
That's why my segue was great, boys. Look at that. That's perfect segue.
All right, I'll give you the credit.
Not if my terminology's right. I've never done it, so I've.
That's good enough. Close enough.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's been growing really big. I mean, I've gotten a lot of support out of it. Of course, everybody at TSP, not patting you on the back, but I'm going to pat you on the back anyway. You guys have been huge supporters. Of course, all of our sponsors have been helpful. The Roll for Barbecue community. It's been really, really cool.
You've been really, really cool. That's why.
I appreciate you.
And I mean, you've been rubbing shoulders, I guess, online with Malcolm Reed, the kingpin, and a couple others like that. I think I've seen like Heath Riles comment on some videos. So, yeah, I mean, I think due to the success of that series, your name's out there, man. These guys know who you are, which is really cool. I saw a video of yours, the potato footballs posted by another page. What was that connection? I can't recall who it was for.
So we did a sponsor video for Frito-Lay. They do videos. I've done a couple videos for Frito-Lay. I did one for Coca-Cola last year, which again,
yeah.
I'm like, wait, I used to eat you guys all the time. Like, what? And we did a partnership with them, and the potato footballs. That was super fun That was super fun as far as the presentation. The biggest pain in the ass to make.
It looked so bad, dude. Like the prep work was probably a nightmare.
Oh my god! In the other frame, you will see I'll have to find the video, but you'll see in the other frame, it's a full glass of whiskey in the process of making this. I was just like, I'm like, this is fun. I mean, this looks like a fun recipe, but the whole time I'm like, I hate my life. Like, what am I doing right now?
Yeah. Was it your own made up one, or they like give you an idea, or how's that? I have no idea how like a big sponsorship works.
So I signed up through this program called Popular Pays. It's people will post, like, big names will post on things like, hey, I want to have this campaign coming up. This is how much we're going to pay you to do this. This is what you got to do, right? Now, a lot of times I applied for these when I lost my job, and now I'm employed again, of course. But when I lost my job, it was like, okay, I need to find some gigs, see what I can do to help supplement income. I got to the point where I was slinging pizzas at one point with just trying to make ends meet. And these ads come up, and I completely forgot I applied for this. And they said, okay, what would you make if you were, some of them are like, hey, tell us what you want to make. Or they'll say, here's a list of recipes, pick out your favorite. Right. And so I'm looking through everything. I'm like, this seems to be most barbecue related. So I'm like, I got a deep fryer. I can do all this stuff. So let's try that. Completely forgot about it. And then I get a message one day and it says, hey, you're approved. You need to have this in a week. And I'm like,
Oh shit!
Oh jeez.
I'm like, oh, I fucked up.
I don't even remember what I was gonna make. Like, what do I do?
But
That's
I mean, we
wild.
made it work. But it was fun.
I always wondered how that worked, man. Because like sometimes I'll see like similar recipes from different people, and I'm like, all right, I get it, whatever. But I was always wondering how they like scouted the talent. Because when I saw that it was not you, like I saw you, I heard your voice, hey, we're gonna make this, and I'm like, I look at the creator tag, I'm like, yo, what? That ain't him. What the hell? I'm like, and I was getting ready, I was thinking, all right, I gotta report another dickhead. No, it's legit Frito, legit him doing this.
No.
Making some cool little footballs. And I liked your piping technique with the Ziploc bag, kind of ghetto, but it worked.
Oh yeah, no, we keep it a little ghetto in here. This is Detroit area, so. Because
like I always laugh because like you have like you got the nice kitchen, you got you have like every tool that you'd ever need, right? And then here comes the fucking corner cut Ziploc bag for piping. I'm like he didn't have some like Cuisinart badass KitchenAid caulk gun for sour cream. No, this asshole's got a Ziploc bag. All right.
Honestly, when desperate times call for desperate measures,
Yeah.
So
You gotta wait.
Either get the $3 box of Ziploc baggies or the $3 one bag of piping. So I'm like,
Ziplocs. Got it.
I don't have this Frito money yet, so we're gonna stick with the baggie.
I just think it's funny. Like I saw that different. I'm like, man, all right, little hood, I'll take it. He's doing it. Any means necessary. I gotta get that chip money.
I tell you, I want to make it like because there's a lot of people don't have piping bags. I want to make sure that the people out there that are like, if somebody says, crap, I don't have a piping bag. What am I gonna do? It could be like, hey, I saw this hood thing that Walter did. Let's try that.
Little snip, little squeeze, you're good to go.
Little kitchen hack.
Back to being fat in a minute. It works.
Hell yeah.
One thing I like that you guys added, because you and your wife, you guys are big Halloween folks. I know you guys say basically the day at November 1st, you guys are already planning the following year's Halloween festivities and whatnot. And you guys added a little bit of a Halloween theme to that month's Roll for Barbecue with, was it Mayhem, I think was the name of the character. Was that you or was that the wife's idea with that?
So I bounce a lot of ideas off of Mrs. Barbecue. A lot of times, I mean, I definitely got to give her credit here because she is, I mean, you see how involved, like when you guys came over for our barbecue, she's very much involved with it, whether it's, hey, this looks like a good idea, or hey, fix your shirt, do this, do that. Like she wants to make it look good.
Yeah, no, that's good. You need that touch sometimes. It's like when you're in it, it's hard to see like, oh, maybe this background isn't great. It's the street, That makes sense.
Like, she'll look at me and then I'll throw on my barbecue shirt, right? Like this thing, I tell you what, this is, you talk about grease traps on a grill. This thing is a grease trap. Like you catch so much crap on this shirt. And I don't realize it until she says it. And she'll say like, oh, babe, what the hell?
Big ass mark on us.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I got a spot of mayonnaise this big on my belly. But no, Mayhem was something that I bounced off of Megan, and Megan's like, that could be cool. I mean, we were looking at a different idea. So the hand was mine, right? I actually have the glove sitting over there. So it was just this cheap thing I found on Amazon. And then I was like, we could probably find something that looks more demonic, more, again, this was bouncing between jobs still, but something that would look more, demonic looking, for Halloween. And I was like, I don't want to spend $40 on a glove, so $5.99 works, right? And then I was looking at stuff on Etsy as far as a dice tower. We actually have Mayhem's dice tower right here.
Thanks, sweet.
I love it because I told the guy that was making it, like, hey, I can't wait to feature it on my channel because I want to be able to promote small businesses. And he's like, what's your logo? And then decides, hey, we're going to put your logo at the bottom of it.
Well, nice.
Yeah, which I was like, that's kind of neat. And so the idea was Megan's, and she definitely helped accentuate it. And then we add our spooky charm to it, and it worked out. And people wanted us to do it for Christmas too, where we had like Santa Claus do it. I'm like, I ain't doing that Santa Claus stuff. I can't.
I mean, well, you have the build. Just saying.
I got the killer physique, yes.
Get you a beard. Yeah. Or we got this guy here. He can be your little Santa Claus.
You want to sit on my lap?
Santa Joe, man. Santa Joe.
Sit on my lap.
You can handle me sitting on your lap, Joe the Greek.
I'm a large boy. I'll be all right. It'd be so sweaty. I already know we both have meat sweats, fake beards touching. I'm over it already. No thanks. It'd be warm. Be a lot of gravity, just fighting it and pulling towards us. I just got a bad feeling.
Yeah, that's fair.
We've also got to do a lot of in-person collabs too with some big creators, which a few of them luckily are not too far from you. Like the Ranch King. I think he's almost as 8 million, which is nuts. 8 million followers or something like that. Last time I looked, and you guys did a bunch of cool videos and stuff. I know you got some stuff in the making, and then I told you just was it last night or the day before. I'm a big fan of CIB's. I think he's from like Western Michigan, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
like Muskegon area, I want to say. He's awesome. I love his videos. So I'm hoping somehow you guys can link up in the TikTok universe. I think there would be some great videos there. But who are some of the collab wish list people?
Well, I'll say it this way because after we had the conversation the other day, we're gonna say this like this: CIB, Sibs, CIBS, whatever. We got a collab. Let's get on this right now. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So we have a couple planned right now. Of course, Cowphobia 86 and I, we talk all the time. That was a collaboration I did not expect us to turn out to be such good friends afterwards. Like, he'll text me on occasion, and I'll text him back, and it's weird. Like,
I miss you.
Yeah, literally. That's what it's like. Like, I went to Bronner's and I found a ranch ornament, and I sent him a picture.
Oh, there we go.
Like I'm all sad, and I'm like, I miss you, and he's like, goes to Bronner's the following week with the barbecue sauce. Like, I miss you too.
I don't understand. Like, he doesn't talk in half of his videos, right? And they kill. I'm thrown off by that, because like a lot of stuff I watch, it's fully narrated everything, and I see him walking 8 million views. I'm like, what the hell, dude? What is the deal?
It's impressive, man, because 8 million followers is a lot for somebody that, that's not dancing or, some huge content creator that came from YouTube or something. Like, he's just a regular dude, and he's got 8 million people.
He's not even half naked.
Which is nuts.
Right?
And then, like Joe said, like most of his videos, he doesn't say a word. So
he's got that right niche. And I know we're talking about doing another barbecue with him. We definitely, came back from our cabin. It's close by his house, and we ended up stopping and having lunch with him over the summer. Two of the big ones that I'm working on this year, of course, we're on the long-standing battle to get Adventures in Ardia onto our barbecue. It's been hard, ultimately. So for the Roll for Barbecue fans that are going to be watching this episode, we're working on it. Ultimately, the biggest issue is he has a newborn, his wife's a teacher, and life happens. And then between my schedule, me working in customer service, it makes it hard to get everything lined up so we can be here. The other big one I'm talking to, Richard Eats. He's a big one out of Bay City. If you guys haven't checked him out, check out Richard Eats.
Yeah, it's not familiar to me.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a really cool dude. He's he does a lot of the snack foods. Like, he did the smoked Funyuns. Like, we did a video. Yeah, he started that one. That was really good. I talked with him. We're potentially looking at doing something in the spring. Other ones I'm looking at, I would love to work with, Malcolm Reed. I actually wrote these ones down. There's one over by you guys, One Big Pikey. I think he would be a cool person to work with. And then Beardo Weirdo. I would love to work with that dude.
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
I'm gonna have to check out all these guys.
Oh, they're funny. Like, Beardo Weirdo, he does the videos where he's reacting to the I'm going to put this as unprofessional as possible. He reacts to the fat assedry that people promote in the world.
Okay. He bald and he's got like the straight beard.
He's like, I'm never going to be a skinny man.
Yeah. I do know who he is. Yeah, I know who he is.
And One Big Pike, he's out of Ohio. He does a lot of the drink reviews. He does the mixing of everything. And if you've ever heard a man say mixy, that's him.
What the fuck?
There's another one out of Ohio, actually, that's an up-and-comer.
Oh,
Ohio Barbecue Addicts. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah.
You're gonna look out.
Yep.
You're gonna want to collab with him real soon. He's
Hell yeah.
come up.
Maybe during the OSU Michigan game around that time frame.
oh, God, smart,
That
Dylan.
would be the time to do it.
Just gonna collab, yeah.
I'm gonna roll my barbecue up there.
That barbecue up north. what he says.
You can borrow one of mine.
Yeah, you got like 19, and I thought I was a little ridiculous with like 5, right? I'm like, all right, I start counting. I'm like, I have 5 grills and smokers. What am I doing with my life? And I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's got like 9. I'm not that worried.
It's 12. It's 12. Get it
Jesus, dude.
Damn, dude.
I was trying to
almost
lowball
13.
it. 12. Christ.
That's almost
Okay. I got all these questions, right? So do you just go, hey, big brand, this is what I do. Give me a grill. And is it? I mean,
So ultimately, I don't do it like that.
I figured there's better, more professional
Grill
steps.
now.
And I'll go like, hey, do this for me.
Yo, dog, ... Send me that shit.
That's like some 2-turn Nani stuff right there. But they had how it usually works is of course you know me, I love to give credit where credit is due, right?
Yeah.
If I'm using a product that like even if it's like Cuisinart, or if I'm using a char griller or Heinz ketchup, I'm gonna tag them, right? A lot of times if you continuously tag somebody, or if you promote their product in a positive light, and their PR team sees that, or their advertising team sees it, they'll reach out to you.
Okay.
They'll send you a private message. That's kind of how it happened with Char Griller. I bought my first Char Griller, Old Reliable, which we're going to get rid of this year, unfortunately, because we're running out of room.
Do we have a ceremony for it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna need a video for that. Yeah.
We're going to send it off into a river and shoot a flaming arrow.
Just go put it in your neighbor's backyard.
Oh, the vegan one?
Yeah.
Just roll it over there. See you later.
Stuff a pig in there.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You may open it up. There's like a raw pig in there, not cooked or nothing. Just, oh, my God.
Spell it wrong on the hood, like "Hey Vegan," like VEGUN or something like that. And I feel like that'd be a little bit of hate crime, but yeah.
All right.
But
They'll never know it was you.
yeah. No, it wasn't me. What are you talking about?
The guy with the 11 at this point now. You'll have 11.
I mean, why would I get rid of a grill? No.
Yeah, I collect them.
You got to stay in the double digits. Can't go back in the singles.
No,
Yeah.
I
That'd
can't.
be crazy. Yeah.
Now, the only person that can do that is Mrs. Barbecue. She'll be the she's when I say I wear the pants, she definitely wears them. But I'm the man in the house when she's not around.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd she say? You got two of the same smokers, but they're just different colors, red and blue. The gravity fed.
Yeah. What?
When she came home that day, what'd she say? Because
She
now
was
you got
just
two new ones. Like they were two of the same, just different colors.
One wasn't bigger.
So that was the thing, was I was talking about it with my sponsor Char Griller, and of course you sign a contract and there's stipulations. So I mean, they'll give you a product, but you got to give in return, and if not, you will be charged. Which I have no problem hitting the deadlines. And like a lot of times it's based on how many videos you post in a week versus depending on different tiers. Unfortunately, I can't divulge, but I will say that me being a sponsor, this is my 3rd year on the sponsorship with them. I was like, yeah, I can't make my decision between the red and the blue one. And they're like, bet. And sent me both. I was like,
Jeez.
That's wild.
like what?
I do.
Be like, I can't figure out which your next of your 4 new products to pick.
Yeah.
Right.
I do that every time.
Yeah, I remember going up there for our barbecue that we had, and I mean, you obviously have grown since then with the equipment that you have. But I was like, this guy's the fucking Neil Peart of barbecue equipment. He has fucking shit all around him like that.
He had like an L-shaped countertop of smoking equipment when we were up in his driveway.
And I was like, this is
and then
fantastic.
A lot of people have in their garage, they'll have a drink fridge. Now this guy, he has a barbecue sauce fridge.
It was full, dude.
It's like, what sauce do you want?
It was a full-size fridge, not like a mini fridge.
Like, all right, we're where we're supposed to be right now.
Yeah. This is the right house. Yeah, that shit was full. Like, I've never seen, except at like maybe a restaurant, like the gallon size of a sauce. Like, he had commercial grade barbecue sauce chugs. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mom.
Yeah, I got a problem.
That's kind of the same thing. Like you just said with Traeger, like people are wanting to send you sauces and stuff to obviously use and possibly try and on our videos and stuff. So I'm sure you're just getting stuff left and right as far as like condiments and seasonings, which is pretty cool too.
Yeah, at Kinder's, shout out to Kinder's. I love your stuff. Send me anything you want. You can DM me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, that's.
I got it in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere. I got them all. I got the Infinity Gauntlet of Kinder's.
See, if I got to get into getting more of the Kinder's rubs, because I mean, you've seen our seasoning wall.
Yeah.
Since the last time you came, it's increased tremendously.
Yeah. I know how you'd probably do what I do, right? You're like, oh, I don't have that one, and then you forget at home you have 29 other ones of the same brand. Yep.
I have 3. I accidentally bought 3 Meat Church seasonings that I already had. I was like, I don't have that one. And then I just filled up the backup supply, I guess.
I have the blue one, but I don't have the black one. And you get home and you've got 3 of the blue one. I think that's the gospel, I think.
Yeah. We're like,
they're
on sale, man. I might as well buy a couple bottles.
Yeah, don't mind if I do.
Have you been working on any of like Michigan Barbecue Addict rub lines?
Honestly, we wanted to. I have been looking into that. We want to make sure it's the best product that we can provide out there. So we're currently, we'll make it official. Honestly, I am in the process of looking at different distributors and different types of companies to incorporate a Michigan Barbecue Addicts seasoning line.
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming it probably comes from like sauces too or something like that.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, so ultimately, we're getting through the trademark process, of course, to make sure everything is copacetic. We got to review it with the attorneys and stuff like that. But we're in line to have I would like to see a seasoning blend, at least something in the next 5 years or so. Sooner, that'd be great, but I'm not going to rush the process. So, the best seasonings and the best sauces are not an overnight thing. I want to make sure it's perfect for you guys. So
I need a Michigan Barbecue Addicts meat slapper too.
Oh yes. We're actually working on right now. I'm in the process of working on a cookbook for TikTok shop.
Nice.
So
shit.
We're working on some of the best roll for barbecue season, like different recipes that we had, like the burn end twice baked potato. Man, oh man.
Stay with us. I saw your eyes roll back. Stay with us.
I know. I'm stroking out here.
Smell burnt toast.
Yeah, no, let me get a towel. I got the meat sweats. No, but
those are meat tears.
Oh, I know. But we want to make sure that it's right. I don't want to just push out bad recipes. I have we calculated it out the other day. We have about 700 videos on TikTok right now. Some are seasonings. A lot of them are, my vegan neighbor or something else I think is funny at the time. But hopefully my goal is by the end of the year to have a Michigan Barbecue Addicts cookbook out.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That'd be really
cool. I don't want to derail this, but I have what's one video you're like, why did I put that out? Do you have one that comes to mind? Like if you're kind of like embarrassed about or anything?
Honestly, I wouldn't say embarrassed.
Yeah, maybe that was the wrong word, but you're like, God damn it.
But like the minute you twerk for Bradley Cooper,
right.
Embarrassment doesn't happen anymore.
I know that one. It popped in my head as soon as you said that. So
you go viral for shaking your ass. I mean,
Oh yeah. Now there's been plenty of videos where you're like, you post it and you're like, I should probably get rid of this, right? And they end up getting deleted. So it's probably why I don't remember one. I know the most recent one. There was a filter of that they had on CapCut. It was do you remember the judge that got tackled by the person in the courtroom?
Yeah.
I've seen this video you posted. Yeah.
Yeah, so I posted one. It's, sometimes the intrusive thoughts leak out into the real world, and I decided to make a video. So
here we go.
We ended up making a video where it was like a McDonald's or something like that, and it's like when you order the 20-piece nugget and they don't give you the extra ranch.
Yeah.
And it was the guy just jumping over the counter.
So, tagged at McDonald's. All right, well, we're never working with this motherfucker.
Right. And then I posted, and this guy was like, "Wow, this seems very how did he word it?" And it was enough for me to be like,
it was the first comment. I remember this. He said it was like not classy, but I can't remember how he said it.
But it was enough to be like, wow, I need to reevaluate my life.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, there's so many different perspectives. You know what I mean? He's probably like, that lady got smashed. You're thinking, hell yeah, chicken nuggets. Like there's. So,
yeah,
all right.
I just want sauce for my nugs. Like, I wasn't.
Yeah, right. The lady getting crushed. That dude.
So I'll say that one. But yeah, we ended up getting rid of that.
All right.
But I was like, this is probably, if it was one of those things where it was like, it got really big, and then you got that one person, a week later going like, wow, that was really unclassy.
Yeah, your hate comments are always awesome. This guy's fat. No shit.
Yeah, your eyes work. Congratulations.
Oh, well. I want to hear more about the cookbook, man. I didn't mean to derail this shit.
No. I love it. It works with my ADHD mind. I don't have my Adderall right now, so it's perfect. So,
hell yeah.
But the cookbook, yeah, we're looking at, I want to make sure it looks good, of course. I'm in the very beginning stages of it. I've had people request it over the past year and a half saying, you should have a cookbook. You should have a cookbook. I want to do something in a digital format, ultimately. Simply because, cookbook, who's buying cookbooks these days?
I can't even read.
Exactly. So I want to make all the pictures look good and stuff, but we're doing a couple big things. We want to do some collaborations this year. We're doing our Super Bowl series. When the Lions beat the absolute shit out of the 49ers today, we will be doing a Lions theme.
I hope so, at least.
Appetizer.
All right.
It'll be big.
Oh, yeah.
That's
smart, though.
You're doing a digital form, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you're doing digital. I'd put it be a little bit. I mean, you're in the beginning stages. So are you thinking about possibly doing, if it is digital, doing maybe a video trial of walkthroughs of the recipe?
Yeah.
Or is it just gonna be okay?
Yeah. So we'll do the actual physical recipe for the old school people that like to read something. But I also want to be able to say, hey, look, this is the recipe that we have. We want to make it formatted for YouTube as well. We want to make it look good, Nice. Presentation, like I tell everybody, presentation is 80% of your dish. If you could serve a piece of crap on a plate, if you make it look good, somebody's probably going to eat it. Mm-hmm. It's all about your presentation. You want to make it look good.
Eat with the eyes first.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I'm a big fan of. It's like Luke Midwestern something or other.
Cooking in the Midwest. I think
video of the. Yeah, I think you're right. He'll post a video of whatever he's cooking and stuff, and in the description of the video, he'll put the recipe. So there's been a bunch of times where, because he's one of those guys, you can't save the video, so I'll
screenshot
the recipe, and it's just easy peasy.
That dude, he's got some easy shit.
Yeah. Ultimately, with that, I don't want it to be like the recipes where it's like I'm going to tell you my whole life story, and then
dude.
Oh yeah, no, I'm clicking skip to recipe every time.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care, bitch. Show me how to make
Whoever
soup.
started adding those buttons to them recipes, thank you, because
you
just would be scrolling for a minute.
Dude, yeah, I've been in the grocery store trying to find the list of ingredients. And I'm like, and I was a girl in the. I don't care. Do I need?
Starts getting beef? Why should you make this? I already want to make it. Give me a.
My grandma grew up in Poland, and she used to.
Yeah.
Do I need chicken stock or what? Jesus Christ.
Parsley.
Yeah. I do know a guy who can do the ad read for it, though.
Yeah. So ultimately, with our
there.
online recipe, we're going to put the story. We're going to put the recipe first, and if you want to look at the fun story, Michigan barbecue, it'll be below it. So that's
so there idea. I was on a summer day, sweating, wanted to make some barbecue. That's it. That's the whole story.
Yeah,
Ash Walt. That's your ADD storyline right there.
Fat. I know.
Yeah. First things first, I'm fat. 2, let's make some barbecue. That's how I'm gonna start my videos if I start doing it.
I'm telling you, man, Ohio barbecue addicts get it.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Me. Anyways, today we're making Wagyu brisket.
First ingredient.
I beat him to it. Yeah. Just throw it over your shoulder. Anyways, you got the pre-meat sweats. You guys know when you get excited.
Chair, grab a chair.
I'm getting excited right now. Trust me, man. Ohio barbecue addicts.
No. He's on his way. Way.
Yeah, dude. I got that. Your rival company, the Pit Boss. My first pellet, man. Well, dude, it was such a deal. I had to get it. It was like $400. So that's pretty good, I think, for a decent size one. I can fit a full brisket on it. You know what I mean? I don't know how many racks. 3-4 racks.
Yeah, you got a deal. You said it came with 2 bags of pellets too, right?
Yeah. I got 2 bags of pellets. Dude, it's got Wi-Fi shit. You know what I mean? I can control it on my phone. Meat probes built into it. You know what I mean? It's off the wall. Yeah. So I don't know if you're allowed to comment on that.
And we tagged them in our episode last week, and they shouted Joe out. So yeah, he really might become.
I'm on my way.
I'm telling you, man. Here. Keep tagging them.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So that's awesome. Next thing. Yeah, I can't decide if the combo one with the griddle or the 1150. I can't pick one out. Send whatever you want.
I seen Blackstone came out with some monstrosity like pellet grills.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my god.
Like $1,200, but it looks pretty badass. I can't lie.
I'd be worried about it though. Like, you know how you have like a VCR DVD combo? Like, what if one of those breaks and I just got an extra shit attached to my smoker or my griddle? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does look really nice though. Like, it looks really clean. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know last year Traeger came out with this one. It was like $3,900 or $4,200. And this thing is, I mean, it's a beast. And it was one of those things I'm looking at. You're drooling. You walk past this thing and you are literally drooling. And like it had the main rack on there, and then it had 4 racks above it. All digital. I mean, it was insane looking.
I got a side story.
It's like one of those that you have to like pull around with a fucking truck or something. It's like
I delivered one, Dylan, and I dumped it over.
Oh, yikes.
Damn it.
Yeah, because it was in this nice neighborhood, and I was trying to deliver it, and they don't strap their stuff to the skid, right? So it was fine. I'll cut to the end. It was fine. But it was 450 pounds. This box just fell over in this lady's driveway. It was like right before Christmas. I looked it up. I'm like, oh, the Traeger, whatever it was. It was like, whatever it was like, her package was like $4,500. And it fell over in the driveway trying to, you know how some driveways have the concrete curb, the little ramp.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to pull it up with a pallet jack, and it just falls over. I'm like, oh God. What do I do? I know that they have Ring cameras and shit. I'm like, oh, this footage has got to be off the wall. Me out there swearing, sweating, trying to pick this thing off. Just flip it out. And I'm just like, I ended up getting mad, and I just lifted it up, put it on the skid, and just drug the thing up. I'm like, oh God. Ding, ding. I hit the button. Your Traeger's here. It's out front.
In perfect condition. See you later.
It was fine, but it's me flipping out on it, but it was cool. You know, I'm glad they packaged it well, and there was no problems with it. But I was just like, "There's no way this just fell over." Like, I would be so sad if this was mine. But
I hope you have delivery insurance.
yours came pre-installed or whatever, so they
assembled.
Plopped it right onto your driveway.
Wife got it for me because I was at work. They just pulled up. Lift gate, dropped it off, rolled it into my garage, closed the door, done.
Oh yeah. That's great.
That was free delivery, free assembly. So I said, yes, check.
Less shit you got to do.
Yeah.
We'll even grill your first meal for you.
We seasoned it. It came with the brisket. Yeah, but they don't refrigerate it, so you get it.
Been here for 4 hours smoking a pork shoulder.
How heavy is it? 8 more hours to go. Got it.
Get home. So I got a two-parter for you, Walt.
Okay.
One, do you have a end point for the Roll 4 series? And also, I know we've been talking about what you got planned for like the far future, but what can we look forward to from Michigan Barbecue Addicts in 2024?
You know what? I'm going to be a lot more unhinged this year. I'm joking, but
I'm with it.
We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it fun. You know, I want to really grow with Roll for Barbecue. It's been a big part of the series,
Sure.
And we're looking to. I want to hit episode 200 this year. It's going to be a push, but I'm going to try my best. I know with schedules being crazy, we want to do more collaborations. Our goal this year is I want to be beyond the 500,000 follower mark. We want to be, we're close to 10 million likes on TikTok right now. So we are so close.
That's crazy.
And that's to mention, when you guys came over, you know that we were celebrating 1 million likes on TikTok.
No, you said 10, right? And the way to
we're
10.
almost at 10 million
10X.
likes now.
Damn it.
What?
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
That's really cool. And like I said,
You're
your
a cool,
first time
sweaty
ever on
guy.
the show, I don't think you were even at 30K yet. So
No.
followers.
And we're growing. I mean, like I said, it takes an army. It takes not just me and my wife. It takes everybody, including you guys, to keep it going. You know, the people that truly make this barbecue happen are the ones that are cheering you on the sideline. You know, at the end of the day, I am just a fat guy in the backyard making somewhat mediocre to sometimes really good barbecue.
Same, Walt. I copy your recipes. Like, yeah, I made this up. Nobody knows, especially the ribs, dude. The 3-2-1 ribs you were doing, like it's like one of your very first videos. I'd say, like it's got to be in your first 20 videos. It's like towards the very bottom of your page.
Oh,
like
yeah.
15 scrolls down, and I copied that one. I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it was like, these are the best ribs ever. I'm like, thanks. I made it myself. Came up, yeah. The brown sugar was my touch, you know. Just
own that
like
barbecue, man. Own that barbecue.
And then then I'll be like, nah, actually, I know this dude, and I'll give it up.
Owning that barbecue like he owned that Wendy's chili at the.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this. It's one of the best things from this season is Joe got a crock pot full of Wendy's chili and took it to a chili cook-off, and he got second place.
The first place one was off the wall. It had pulled pork and like sausage. It was worlds above anything else. And I'm like, I come in here with my bullshit chili and get second place. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm a piece of shit.
Family recipe.
Yeah, I hear somebody eating it. It tastes a lot like Wendy's. That's awesome. I'm like, yeah, weird. I don't know why.
Talking to empty bowls in the back seat of your car.
They were in the hatch.
Yeah, where's your trash can at? You throw away the bag.
You hear the paper bag crumbling up.
You got the frosty on your lip too. Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Jesus.
I brought a dessert too, guys. It's pretty good. All right.
This is like
chocolate ice cream treat.
A bowl from your house, though. Just dump it in there. Oh god. The worst if I just taped it up. What's up, dog?
Another segment that you introduced during the fall season. You must be a big pumpkin spice guy. So now, what's one of the worst pumpkin spice that you tried, and maybe that ranked the best pumpkin spice that you tried during that segment or during the fall season?
Yeah, I'm very basic. I am. It's sad to admit, but yeah, I'm Uggs and North Face jackets and all. But the best, I think I don't know. Crumble Cookie came out with some really, really good pumpkin spice cookies this year. One of the worst ones I had this year, it had to be the pumpkin spice soda pop. Without question. It was like drinking a Dollar Tree potpourri candle, honestly.
Pumpkin spice soda sounds like some shit they use in Guantanamo Bay. You know what I mean?
It was just like
a waterboard you with.
Literally. Like the way this pop tasted, it was go to your Dollar Tree, find one of the candles, smell it, mix it with your grandma's potpourri she has in her bathroom. That's what it tasted like.
Ugh. Yeah, and carbonated at that.
So you liked it? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I loved it.
This sounds god awful, dude.
But we wanted to try something different, I mean, sometimes like when it comes to pumpkin spice, yes, I'm definitely for lack of better words, a basic bitch, easily, and I own that big time. But we wanted to try something different. We did the pumpkin spice series, and that did pretty good. I mean, we got probably like 100,000 views out of it. We did probably more than that, but we did. We got to work with like dude wipes. That was the funny one, the Dumpkin spice wipes.
What the?
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, I forget about this shit, and I'm like, I remember that. Like, this fucking goober pumpkin spice ass wipes. Jesus.
Literally, and the people at Dude Wipes are amazing, by the way. Like, they sent us a care package with the Dumpkin spice wipes, and it was like, this is super cool. We get done posting the video. They sent us another care package, not only with another package of like another 3-pack of Dumpkin spice wipes, but they sent us like, we have Dude Wipes. For lack of better, we have dude wipes coming out of our ass here. Like, we have so many dude wipes in this house. Like, we had so many at one point, our Halloween party. We ended up giving away some dude wipes just for prizes.
Trick or treat, dude wipe.
Like, we won't need to buy dude wipes ever again. Ever.
Add dude wipes. That's what we need to tag too.
But I'm telling you, the Dumpkin spice wipes were really good. I mean, not doing TMI. I use dude wipes for like they're great for like when you're cleaning your hands. They work really well that way. And so I'm like, okay, let's try it this way. And they smell phenomenal, I find them better as hand wipes than anything, but that's what they're used for.
Do you notice, because having a highly successful video series, like Roll For, do you notice that it like kind of cannibalizes your other content? Like, people aren't necessarily watching your other stuff because they only want Roll For Barbecue?
I do see it sometimes, we get it on occasion, especially if I take a lot of breaks from Roll For Barbecue simply because it's a lot of work, between rolling. I used to do 2 episodes a week. We went 3 episodes when I was unemployed. And it's a ton of work. It's so much work, but you'll post another video. Like, I was like, oh, cool. I did this new dinner recipe you could try. And there'll be like, enough of this crap. I want Roll For Barbecue.
300 views.
No.
That's
like, okay. But I mean, it does cannibalize it a little bit, but I'm starting to see a good balance now where I am. Right now we've gone down to like 1 episode a week. We're just going to keep it like that for a bit. As much as I would love to be at 200 episodes this year, again, would love to see it, but I got to be realistic as far as what my expectations are. But we're posting a lot more recipe content, and that's definitely helping. It helps, of course, with us working with Killer Hogs Barbecue. Again, shout out to How to Barbecue Right and their team for keeping our barbecue going as well.
That's so crazy.
I do have requirements. I know that one blew my mind, man. Like,
I remember, I think it was like, it felt like it was a long time ago at this point, but you sent us that, hey, check this out. I got to talk to Malcolm. I'm like, shut up. And I click it and I'm like, yo, what? Like, he was talking about, like, he knew who you were. He's like, who's that guy with the dice in Michigan? And like, he knew who you were. Like, he was genuinely watching your shit. They're like, It's weird, man.
And honestly, it was, and like I told you guys during the initial podcast that we did, like I learned to barbecue from Malcolm Reed. You know, my folks went through a pretty hard divorce, so my dad wasn't around, and my mom didn't barbecue, and so they were dealing with their stuff, and I learned how to barbecue online. You know, Malcolm Reed taught me how to make pork belly burn ends, and so for it to come full circle to him commenting on my video unsolicited, like, I'm like, what?
Well, if there's anything to it, you're kind of like my Malcolm Reed. I learned how to barbecue off of you. You know what I mean?
I really appreciate that. And that's ultimately why I do this. I want average Joes and Janes to be able to learn from me. You know, I'm gonna try my best to be as humble as possible and be as welcoming as possible, show people how to cook. And you know, if Joe, I thrive on comments like that. Like if I hear that, I'm like,
well, relax, all right. Like, let's try to be nice, all right. Relax.
Oh.
Take it back.
I take it back.
I'm going to cooking in the Midwest. I'm only cooking what he's making. No, man, we went up there and I'm like, because I always wanted to do it, right? But I didn't know where to start. And I saw you were just kind of just fucking around doing it, you know, just winging it. I'm like, well, shit, I'm fat and sweaty. I have a barbecue. I can do this shit. I started doing it, man. It was super cool, man. I got my first smoker for free, and I started getting into it, man.
That's what's
my favorite thing to do is taking someone's recipe, but then putting my own spin on it, and then it becomes this whole new thing. You're like, holy shit, what did I just put together there? You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll be like, all right, I fucked that up, but the times you're like, holy shit,
I'm that second one a lot more.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the game too. But when you can kind of add your own little zest there, and you're like, holy shit, I think I got something here. It's like, putting together a 2,000 piece puzzle or something.
Oh yeah,
or probably more than that. I don't know, but you know what I mean.
And we'll get people in the comments that'll jump in and just say, hey, I tried your recipe. You should try it with this instead. And it's like, okay, let's try that. And it turns out even better. So, I mean, that's what's great about barbecue is, you can literally put any spin on it. And like the stuff that you don't think would work ends up working really well. Like, it's amazing.
So like the roll for barbecue stuff, like have you found yourself remaking something that you rolled for and just for like your own self? For not the content, but like maybe just for like a dinner at home.
Absolutely. I did the twice baked potato one again. I've done the Jimmy John's Kickin' Ranch lobster tail. I've done that again. That I'm telling you, no joke. That is good. That is so good.
That's funny.
We did another tomahawk steak, and that turned out really good. And then we did another burger. I can't remember which burger it was, but we've done a couple of the roll for barbecue recipes that have become staples for sure.
I got the opposite.
If I remember right, that twice baked potato that you did came at a time where like you were just getting absolutely demolished by the dice, and it finally gave you a good one. Like, burn ends, twice baked potato. Like, all right, I can do this.
It was redemption.
Nutella fucking salmon cakes or something crazy.
Jesus, I was at the opposite end of Dylan's. What's something you're like just pissed you wasted like some good meat and you just absolutely destroyed? And like you said, you were doing some of the stuff you didn't have, income, right? Minus the like, what's one you're like, damn it, dude, I just wasted, I don't know, a hunk of meat that I could have fed us for 2 days off of, but here I am putting Nutella on a pork shoulder and, topping it with tuna juice or some shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll give you two. There's one recipe that I did. That was my most expensive screw up I've ever done. And then I'll go give you my roll for barbecue one. The one that was the most expensive for me it was just not my day for filming. Was not my day.
Yeah.
My ring light decided to break. It was stupid windy. And I think I cracked my phone screen that day as well. And so I didn't have the ring light. So the quality wasn't great. I was making a 7-bone prime rib. And I spent some money on that one. First time making prime rib altogether. Something in the process, I screwed it up and I ruined this entire prime rib. And we had Thai food that night. It was fun.
He said,
"Yeah." And
That
Mrs.
sucks,
Butterfield was
dude.
just like, "Hey, how much did we lose on this?" And I told her, and she's like, "Okay, we need to be 100% sure we get it right next time." I was like, "Okay, we'll start with the smaller one, the 2-bone, And then the roll for barbecue one, it absolutely. I mean, the brisket was okay, but the one I had to put Nutella on, absolutely, I'm so mad.
It's like, fuck.
Oh my God. I tell you what, we removed it from the list. It's not on the list anymore. We don't have Nutella on.
Yeah, that got hit a lot. It was wild, man.
We thought you were sponsored by them for a minute.
I hope not.
Get you a case of it sent over to the house. There you go.
On my next video, we're gonna burn this box.
Throw it in the grill.
Well, we started a new segment here on the show a few weeks ago, if you want to call it that, where we just took we first did fast food French fries and tiered them from S tier, superior, all the way down to F. And then last week we did condiments, which I wanted to tell the people we do these. They're pre-made, so we aren't making these lists ourselves. So last week I got a lot of complaints that we didn't have hot sauce on there, buffalo sauce, like cheese sauce, and one other thing that wasn't included. But we take these little pre-made lists that we find on this tier website and just roll with what we got. So just keep that in mind. But this week I figured we'd have to do something barbecue related. So I found a Backyard BBQ tier list, and while we got you on here, we'll kind of see what goes where, and usually we kind of just average it out on as far as between us three, and we'll kind of put it where we think they belong. So Dylan, I sent the link there if you want to pull that up. There we go. So you can kind of see it's just your typical stuff, like a lot of your barbecues, actually your meats, there's sides, desserts, all kinds of stuff like that. And you can kind of see, usually it's like a letter grade, but this one's kind of funny. The top one is I'm not showing up without that item. And then you got definitely going back for seconds, the classics, you're going to courtesy nibble, if you get invited somewhere, you kind of just want to be nice, even though you kind of hate the shit. And then the last one is you're going to feed it to the dog. So we'll kind of go in order how they have it, and we'll tier these out, and it's usually a fun little thing we do. And last week definitely we usually post our results online, and the condiment one definitely had a lot of folks up in arms with some of our choices, which is
what's his name said salt and pepper was a condiment.
Yeah, our guy Matt, he was arguing with me on that, and I googled it, and on there, like, you can kind of find both answers. To me, I'm calling them seasonings because
they're seasonings, 100%.
Yeah, that's what you season your shit with. But
okay, think about like the Kinder's Blend, salt, pepper. Okay, and guess what? Garlic. So now that's a seasoning.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, condiment is a sauce. Something grainy is a seasoning.
Yeah, 100%.
There was some valid points though. Like I guess I don't know why they had cottage cheese on there because that's not really a condiment. But we put it. I don't even think we ranked it that high anyway. But let's roll with. I think that first one looks like it's from. I see the wafer, so I'm gonna assume that's banana pudding.
Yeah, banana pudding.
I see like the
dessert.
I'm not a big banana guy, so I'll let the rest of you guys.
Yeah, we know.
Talk that out. Yeah,
I do like it.
It's one of my favorite desserts.
Mm-hmm.
Banana pudding.
Yeah, we know.
Fuck yeah! All right, shots fired both ways.
Dude, I can't help it, man.
I like playing tennis with this guy.
Hell yeah, that's my dog right there.
Yeah, we got. I'd probably put it in the classics. I mean,
I'll give you that.
All the cookouts.
I know a lot of people. Yeah, I haven't had it in a while. That could be one of those things where like I could have it today and change my whole view on it. Because growing up, I wasn't a big cheesecake guy, and then now that's probably my favorite dessert. So it could be one of those situations.
You get people that can screw up banana pudding too. Like,
right?
There's some good ones out there, but then you get the ones that are like, I'm putting fresh banana, and it's like that stuff's gonna turn brown.
Right.
Yep.
Unless you're serving it to me right away, like you just peeled the banana and threw it on there. Okay, yeah, that would move it up a little more. But when I see that brown soggy crap in there, I'm like,
it's mushier than the pudding. Like,
it's the dogs.
oh. And he gets like it turns into like that pudding water around it.
ugh. Yeah.
That's how I gonna go in here as well. Going into these tiers, when I'm ranking them, I'm not going off of maybe the worst experience I've had, because that could definitely water down the result. But I'm just going to go off based off the best experience I had. I'm not putting any, like, especially with the condiments. When we did the condiments, I'm not going off any specific brand or anything like that. It's just bang bang. So because some make them better than others, like you just stated there. A lot of people could fuck up the easiest stuff. So I'm just going to go up with the best experience I've had with all these items going forward.
Good move, dude.
Solid.
This one looks like baked beans.
Baked beans, man. I think that's another one of the things where I might have to go in the classics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
That's
I mean?
what I'm leaning.
Them ones that our guy Kyle brought to the turkey fry. I think he does like some smoked baked beans, and man, they're tremendous, man. I think he puts a little extra brown sugar on there and shit, and I love those things. But I would go with classics myself.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was the easy one. Looks like bratwurst, maybe. It looks like I see some sauerkraut.
Oh
man.
I feel that's got to be a classic to me.
It's a bratwurst.
I don't know. Yeah, man. Like, I don't necessarily like seek them out, but I'd be like, oh, all right, cool. That's here. That's an option. I party with that.
I do like. I think they're higher. I would put them on me. I would put them higher as a classic. I've always been the brat kind of guy. Like,
I was just say, I was thinking maybe definitely going back for seconds. Like, I'm gonna smack a couple brats.
Yeah.
All right, throw it up there.
Especially that stone ground mustard and sauerkraut, man.
Yeah. And then we got brisket here. So brisket, obviously, it deserves like an elite tier, but I don't necessarily expect everybody that invites me to barbecue to just have an 18-hour brisket going on. So I guess like saying that I'm not showing up without somebody having a brisket.
The seconds. That's the only
Maybe
fair
like,
one.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
that's not the fair one.
If this was a regular like S, A, B, C, D, that's gonna be S tier
for sure.
There. So
I agree with that.
What is this shit? I can't tell what this next one
I don't know
is.
if that's broccoli or
like broccoli salad.
Clear on your screen, Dylan.
What the fuck is a vegetable?
I don't know what that is.
Maybe courtesy nibble, because I don't know what the fuck it is.
Wow. That's why we are like this, guys.
Yeah.
I see green in there.
Yeah.
That's the skinny guy. What that is? What is that?
All right, now we're gonna thrive, boys. Burgers probably top. Burgers
yeah.
easy to make. You're gonna have a barbecue. You have some burgers on deck.
That's got it. If you're going back with that, yeah, you're not.
If you had a D-Lo burger, that's go. You're not showing
this fucking guy with the D-Lo burgers.
Still haven't had them.
I knew. I was waiting for it, dude.
Still haven't had them.
What is this?
Same with barbecue chicken, man. Yeah, that's not that hard.
Tops are up top.
Throw it up top, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, dude. Have you ever been to a barbecue that doesn't have chips?
That's sacrilege if you don't have chips there.
Yeah, that's probably classic. I mean, it even says on the bag, the classic Lay's. So throw it with the classics.
You go with the classics?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Chocolate pudding?
Yep. Chocolate pudding pie or something like that. Classic. Courtesy.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good.
My level of fatness is I'm gonna fill up on all the actual main courses, and I'll probably have dessert, but I'm not gonna have
nibble. Put it in the nibble.
Yeah.
Seconds of it.
Just don't give it to the dog. That'd be a bad day.
I'm gonna have a controversial one on this one.
I kind of want to make an. If we're gonna do that, I kind of want to make an audible with the banana pudding, also, and put it in the nibble. If we're gonna make that argument with fill up on entrees and then nibble on dessert.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
All right,
do it to it.
I'm a big deviled eggs guy, so shit. Definitely going back for seconds.
Let's go.
I hate them.
Oh, what?
Man. I hate them, dude. I'm telling you, I'll eat eggs all of the styles. I hate them. I don't know what it is. Whatever.
You have to have a good one, man. Oh yeah.
Are you gonna smoke it or something?
Oh, son, I'm telling you.
You son me? Come on, man.
Oh my god, it's so good. I'm telling you.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll try one. I'll courtesy nibble that one. But all right,
we got next. I mean, at work it's going to be decent.
Some French fries.
French fries. I mean, that's a barbecue though, so I guess classic. I guess
I don't know, dude. Have you ever had them at a barbecue?
sometimes people will have like the fresh cuts going, but yeah, like your typical backyard barbecue, you're not really seeing.
Whatever, classics.
I gotta come to your barbecues.
I put with
courtesy nibble.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, courtesy nibble's fine. Yeah,
I'll see what they're about.
Hot
I have
dog
sea
is
salt on here.
top.
Yeah,
Dogs, burger. That's the
move.
I can't
What
tell.
is
Is
this
that a
shit?
dessert?
It's ice cream in a bowl. It
Looks like ice cream with sprinkles.
Throw with the other shit.
You can't feed it to the dogs. So I guess courtesy nibble.
I mean, you can around here.
The mac and cheese.
It looks like mac and cheese.
I would eat the shit out of that. I'm going back for seconds on the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Mac and cheese.
Honestly, same thing with pasta salad.
Pasta
I
salad.
was almost gonna put it up the top, man. A backyard barbecue, like especially in the summer, some good.
You know what?
Salad.
I'm with you on. I have to. It's got to be there. I don't think I've been to one that doesn't have
that
it.
kind I'm looking at with the multicolored noodles. Cheese cubes, cut up
pepper jack cheese cubes.
Relax. Things are happening to me right now.
Gotta have it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. That looks like apple pie.
You know where it's going. It looks good as hell. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't come here for the desserts once.
I'm pretty sure it's like that's coleslaw, like a version of coleslaw.
It looks like something pickled. I can't tell.
Pickled something.
Yeah. That's
that'd be pickled onions because I see the coleslaw at the far end.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Onions.
Yeah.
I give it
dog.
Feed that puppy.
Okay.
There you go. Eat this bullshit.
Barbecue pulled pork.
Oh.
I don't expect everybody to have that same thing. I spent. Oh, for sure, I'd come back.
There, I'm gonna eat a couple. I'm gonna bang a couple pork sandwiches. Same with ribs.
I agree.
Are we on the same page? Going back for seconds?
I know we're ranking it off the top experiences we've had, but I've had some shitty ribs before.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm with coming back for seconds on that.
Some dinner rolls.
I wouldn't even notice they're there.
That's probably a classic, honestly.
Yeah, I would probably go with that.
I like it.
And then I like salmon, but I'm not expecting it really.
I'll go courtesy nibble.
Salmon's kind of, as far as when it comes to like seafood and shit, it's always kind of
give that to the dog.
Polarizing.
I'm with Dilo on that one. It's a nibble.
Yeah.
I don't expect that at a barbecue for sure.
Yeah, maybe
strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcakes, probably nibbling on it.
Yeah.
Coleslaw is classic.
Classic. Yeah, I like it. Everyone agreement?
Yeah. And then, I mean, steak. Yeah. Everyone fucking loves steak. It's one of those things where
except his neighbor.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. We don't talk about that nerd.
You'd probably go back for seconds right there, though.
Oh, for sure. I would get full on steak and fall asleep.
I feel like if you go back for a second steak, you're a fat ass at that point.
Well,
yeah, that's when in Rome. Hey, go get you some of that coleslaw, man.
It's not a classic, but are you going for a courtesy nibble and a fucking, what is this, tomahawk?
I feel like if you go for a courtesy nibble at a barbecue for a steak, you're gonna get kicked out.
Yeah, so
you're right. I'm not showing up unless you got
purge and eat another one.
Multiple steaks.
It's either you're a badass if you get a second steak, or
we'll go classic, I guess.
Nibbling.
Yeah, classic. I guess
that's fair.
People that are only going to look at this for face value are going to be up in arms on it because they're going to be like, steaks in the third tier, but they're not thinking about the fact that this is a backyard.
That's why
you're somebody that's living in a mansion that can afford 30 tomahawk steaks.
Like, what do you think a tomahawk's running nowadays? You know what I mean?
$35.
Yeah. Why?
Minimum. Yeah.
That's why they gotta tune into the episode and review our explanation of these tiers and not just look at a picture at face value. I mean, there's more to the book than just the cover, ladies and gentlemen.
Like I told you guys, I like fucking these guys that don't try to find out the context. I'm gonna list this and be like, this is the perfect backyard barbecue tier list, and people are gonna see steak and all these meats and shit in the second tiers, and they're gonna flip out and it's gonna be hilarious.
They're gonna flip out at the Ohio and Michigan barbecue acts. They're gonna be like, "Well, what kind of barbecue people are you?"
Right.
Where's the brisket on top? Like,
Listen, because I said so.
yeah.
Well, you make a brisket.
I mean,
Just
I like
threaten to
that
eat
a
them.
lot. I mean, that's as accurate as you can be. So
There it is.
yeah, I mean,
Look
looking
at
at
that.
it,
I think it is pickled onions. Yeah.
Is it?
yeah, you're right. Good call. Because I had
You
a
mean
buddy that
dog
made
food?
he made like a pickled like coleslaw that was that same kind of color. It was pretty good, but
Really?
yeah, I think in that
That
case,
poor dog.
It's like, that's all I get.
That's all you
Getting
get.
onion farts from the dog.
R.I.P. Clifford.
Maybe you can get a little salmon.
Yeah, that's salmon.
We're eating ribs and brisket in front of this dog, and the damn thing's getting onions.
So what we got
Pickled
the around the mill Dill segment that we do talking about this week's pop culture stuff. You're more than welcome to join us on that, or if you want to pop off, that's cool too. It's up to you, man.
Hey, it's good to hang out with you guys.
All right, D-Lo, let's do it, baby.
There it is. There it is. To the barbecue addicts of the North and Ohio. Around the mill with Dill. This week is a loaded one, ladies and gentlemen. And a loaded one indeed. So I do have some graphics for most of these little segment parts, but we'll see how this pops up. It's going to be an overlay right over our faces, if you don't mind, because I can't size them properly. But, here we go. We're going to start off with this one as it's fresh in the mind for our own WWE insider, Bobby Hall. Royal Rumble was just last night on Saturday night of the 7th, I believe it is, right? Yeah, 27th. I did a little bit of, I didn't watch it, but I did a little bit of research on it and looked at some other people's reactions online. And they said the women's division was great. The men's division was a little underwhelming. Usually it's, the pay-per-view with a bunch of surprises and comebacks and all that kind of fun shit. But maybe not as much this time around. I don't know if it's the looming news behind scenes that we'll get into as well throughout this segment. But the Royal Rumble reaction from our WWE insider, Bobby Hall. What is your reaction there?
I would say that's pretty accurate. The women's Royal Rumble had some of your surprises. They even had a champion from a different promotion come out, which if you know anything with WWE, that's an extremely rare thing to have any kind of cross promotion. So that was cool to see. And it was a little more, and they started the night out with that one too. So the crowd's gonna be a little more hot and just ready to go. And it was some good action. There was a couple debuts as well. So and Bailey, who was a pretty big fan favorite that was getting a lot of the cheers, won. So the crowd really popped for that. And then in between, because there's only 4 matches the night, you had 2 Royal Rumble matches, which was usually about an hour and change piece. And then you had a fatal 4-way for the WWE Championship, which Roman Reigns has been the champion for like 1,200 days. So it was kind of a foregone conclusion that he was going to win. So it kind of just made that match, not really ever hit that 5th gear. And then you had for the United States title, Dylan, your boy, Logan Paul, U.S. champ versus Kevin Owens. He retained due to some shenanigans. And then you had the Guys Rumble, which there were, allegedly there were some planned spots that I think they had to pivot from due to some of the news we'll get into from earlier this week. So there wasn't really any like big surprises and stuff. But at the same time, all the guys that used to pop out from like the 90s and stuff, 5-10 years ago, like those guys are getting up there in age. So it's kind of hard to like, pull out a 70-year-old Hulk Hogan or something to do a Royal Rumble spot, or the Undertaker, who's, into his mid 50s, late 50s, stuff like that. So you didn't really get any of the surprises or big debuts. Cody Rhodes won back to back. He's the 4th guy to ever do that. So he'll most likely be challenging Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So that's usually a really, really fun pay-per-view or a premium live event, as they're called now, because it's kind of unexpected because you got 30 people, in the Royal Rumble, so you never know what's going to happen there. But little lackluster, but overall, it's a pretty solid show. So it begins the road to WrestleMania.
And they have those still on Peacock, right? For free. If you have the Peacock subscription, those pay-per-views still come through free?
Correct. Yep. As
Nice.
long as you have a Peacock subscription, which I think is like, I think they start out at like $5 or $6 with ads, and then I think I pay $12 a month without ads. So yeah, it's pretty good deal, because they used to be like $60 a pop, all these pay-per-views.
Yeah,
so,
damn.
It's just the better way to do
for
it
itself.
Yep.
And sticking with our WWE Insider, we do have some news regarding Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, he's kind of in deep water there. So what is the latest on that?
Well, I won't get into fully what the lawsuit is, because I mean, there's some pretty wild shit in there. If you want to check it out, Google it, but do it with your own discretion, because some of the stuff in there is absolutely nuts. But basically, he kind of just did, anything you hear anymore as far as somebody that's like has, immense power in an organization, wherever, kind of taking advantage of a lower employee, for personal gain or, such things, and kind of used that person as leverage with re-signing, a big superstar. They as they said in the lawsuit, also sort of like trafficking this employee out to other high-level employees and stuff too. And she had signed, the woman that put this together had signed it, but Vince he did not pay the agreed amount, so it kind of voided the NDA altogether. So it's pretty big news. I mean, this all broke the week that Royal Rumble started, which, like I said, is one of their 4 biggest shows of the year. They just had The Rock join their board of directors, because they joined with UFC to make this TKO organization this week too. He just joined, so that was big news. And then this bombshell dropped, I believe, Thursday. And the news, like I said, it's pretty wild. Like, the whole lawsuit breaks it all down. There's text screenshots, and this dude was just an absolute demon. And the thing that sucks is this guy's almost 80 years old. So it's just like, I think, and he's a billionaire. So it's like, even, they're not going to have him just shell out, his entire net worth over, and whatever it's going to be, whether it's, 6, 7, maybe even 8 figures, that's not going to affect this guy. And he's 80 years old. So, I mean, he's already on the twilight of, his life anyway. So it's just one of those things where it just sucks all around. And then now, he resigned, from his position within that TKO/WWE spot. So, yesterday was the first event with WWE, and I think they said 50, 60 years that there was no McMahon's a part of. So it's pretty big turnaround and just some crazy news. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. But like I said, unfortunately, it's just gonna be one of those things where they're not gonna be able to do anything crazy to kind of affect.
I mean, do you think it's true though? I mean, you said screenshots. You know what I mean? Screenshots can be made up.
He came out and claimed that a lot of what was in there was not true. So I don't know, but I mean, like I said, yeah, screenshots. Which, I mean, I guess you can Photoshop some things like that, but
yeah,
I don't know. And he's also had some history, like in previous, 20, 30 years ago. There's like a woman came out sort of saying the same kind of things, but and the thing is, 20, 30 years ago, there were no screenshots, and you couldn't really have proof in your back pocket. So who knows?
Right.
I assume if this is probably not the first time, because this guy was the head honcho of the entire umbrella
whole thing, man,
of WWE. So I mean, I'm sure there was maybe some female wrestling talent that was maybe trying to vie for a better spot on the card or the shows, and he was like, all right, you do this for me, I'll do this for you type shit. So pretty wild stuff, man. And it kind of put a little bit of a dark cloud over last night's event, but they kind of pushed forward, and I think there's the whole company and everyone involved is just moving on from that, and we'll see what shakes.
And to wrap up our WWE talk and other maybe not bigger news, but in a more brighter light of news, if you are a Netflix subscriber and you're thinking about jumping ship due to their rising prices, and this may cause another rise in the future, and you love WWE, we have some news for you. Bobby, give us the latest.
Yeah. Some positive news, which came out also, I think the day before that whole thing broke, is that WWE Raw is moving from the USA Network to Netflix starting in January 2025, which is a humongous gain for Netflix. I think I've seen something that was like 10-year, $5 billion deal. Absolutely insane numbers. I could have sworn Netflix was hemorrhaging money like the last 5 years, so I'm not sure where they are able to afford all this stuff, but who knows? I think maybe now that they started hounding people for sharing passwords, maybe they gained a shit ton of subscriptions to kind of back this new move. But it's huge, man, and I think eventually, I think WWE and Peacock, like, I maybe only have a year or two left with their deal, so you could see the network moving over to Netflix, which would be even huge or bigger for Netflix. So it'll be interesting, but it'll be wild to kind of go, because for 30 plus years you've had to watch on network cable, network TV to be able to watch WWE Raw, and now you can just click on Netflix and there it is. So the only thing that's whack is, I think they said that even if you have the ad-free Netflix, you'll still have to watch your commercials and stuff while Raw is on, which is whack.
Sucks.
I was kind of hoping to kind of be able to get past that somehow, but
that's probably more so on WWE's end.
With that as well, I definitely am going to assume that we'll have some more upcharges in the future, with Netflix. I already know they got rid of their lowest tier, which is like, I don't know, $11-$12 maybe, and I think the minimum tier to get in there now is like $16, which I think is where I'm at. But I know some people are paying like $20+ now, which is nuts.
It's like 22.
Well,
yeah.
I would say even then, like, maybe not even, because not everyone on Netflix is a WWE fan, so maybe make it like more like an a la carte option to like maybe an upcharge on that case, maybe like a $5 extra per month for WWE Raw or whatever the case is, because I can see people being upset with like majority of Netflix subscribers not being WWE fans and getting upcharged because they purchased the WWE Raw. Like, I mean, I could see that being a bad business move if they made everyone pay for something that they're not going to watch anyway. So that could be the case. That could also be the case. But I appreciate the WWE insight from our own TSP Bobby Hall.
Yes.
Yes, Sirski.
A wealth of knowledge when it comes to the WWE world of entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, one of my favorite guys, JT, after a 5-year hiatus, that's Justin Timberlake, announced his world tour, Forget Tomorrow.
Shit.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Timberlake, the Forget Tomorrow World Tour, brought to you by Live Nation, like most sponsors are. You can get your tickets at justintimberlake.com starting February 2nd, 10 a.m. local time. That is going to be a show that I'm going to try to get my hands on. Coming to the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, July 7th. That's a Sunday in Cleveland, Ohio. That's the closest location that I could probably get my hands on there. So coming around February 2nd, 10 a.m., your boy's going to try to go see the boy. You know what I'm saying?
Do it up.
JT's
It'll be a good show, man. I've seen him and Jay-Z like 2010 maybe. And it was a hell of a show, man. He is definitely a showman for sure.
I could see that being a really awesome one.
Yeah, I saw The Weeknd with the lady up in Detroit like a year or two ago. That was a great show. I need to get Justin Timberlake off that bucket list for sure.
Yeah, that'd be a great show. I'll be interested to see who he brings with him on tour.
Yeah, I didn't see any like announcements as far as like appearances, guest appearances, openers, or anything like that. Just said his name.
I feel like one of these shows, maybe like a Florida or something. I think he might one of these shows he might have the NSYNC guys come out for like a surprise thing, because they just did a song together for the Trolls soundtrack 4 or 5 months ago. So
yep, took my daughter to see that banger.
I think I've seen some stuff. TikTok, people are up in arms on it because they were expecting an actual tour with all those guys, and it turned out to be just JT there. But hey,
what more do you need? I understand you want the whole NSYNC crew, but come on, Justin Timberlake. He's the gravy.
I ain't mad about it.
He's the gravy.
Great, but it would be amazing to see NSYNC all back together again.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll happen. We'll see at one of these shows as like a surprise. California, Florida, one of these big city shows.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. July 7th for the Cleveland show. That's the one I'm going to be aiming for. So if you want to catch your boy TSP D'Lo, I'll be at the show.
Okay. Let's go, baby.
Maybe I'll open for the guy. You don't say it. Maybe I'll open for him.
Let's go, baby.
Forget tomorrow, but not tomorrow's memory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Joe will be out front in the food truck, man, slinging some pork sandwiches.
Yes.
I could do that.
Whole operation.
Absolutely. Well, moving on to more sports news. Jim Harbaugh is going to be going to the LA Chargers. Is he escaping some NCAA violations? I heard that it's not going to affect the ruling anyways, but he's going to be coming back into the NFL and doing something that his brother did, and that's getting a Super Bowl ring. It's something that he hasn't done yet. He accomplished the national championship with the Wolverines of Michigan, and now on to bigger and better things in the NFL, trying to accomplish the Super Bowl chase. What are your guys' thoughts on this move for Harbaugh?
It's a good move. I mean, especially if there's some looming shit coming to Michigan, we'll see. That's a smart move. And I mean, this is probably the best situation for him to land in because the Chargers are pretty set where they're at. Maybe he could use a receiver because Keenan Allen's getting up there, maybe a little O-line help. But I mean, Justin Herbert's the man. And they got Bosa on the D-line on that side of things. Derwin James, like they're pretty stacked, man. And I could see him coming in there and righting the ship because that previous coach, was it Brandon Allen or something? Whatever the previous coach was, he was ass. So this was a big move, I think, for both parties here. And you knew that he wanted to come and try to come get that ring because he came close that one year when all of a sudden the lights went out and all that crazy shit happened between the 49ers and the Ravens at the Harbaugh. I forgot all about that. So he got the natty, but I'm sure his brother's still in his ear saying, hey, you got the natty, but I got the Super Bowl ring. So I know that they come to Cleveland next year, so I imagine we'll probably see these guys play the Ravens too if they're coming to play against the Browns. So we might even get that first Harbaugh face-off next season. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it all breaks out.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good move, not only for Harbaugh, but for Justin Herbert. I mean, I think he is just a stat pattern. I mean, if you look at the box score, he's like great. And the media talks him up like he's the next up and coming. But I mean, I just don't think I haven't seen really much from like a franchise perspective of like him uplifting the team and get him over that hurdle to the next level, So Harbaugh's really good with quarterbacks. He made Colin Kaepernick look like an MVP candidate. So I could see him doing wonders with Justin Herbert. Like you said, it's a good fit for what he wants to do. Not much turnover like you would get with like maybe the Falcons or something like that, where they have talent and they have some building blocks there. But Chargers are right there. Maybe a couple pieces to put them over the top with Harbaugh in charge.
Yeah, and for those of you that have been following along TSP since the very beginning, I think some of you guys might remember what some of D'Lo's thoughts were on Patrick Mahomes. As he's about to play in his 6th straight AFC Championship game. So we'll see what happens with Justin Herbert following those comments. I'm interested.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm calling it like I see it. And he hasn't put his team over the top. He hasn't put his team over the top.
Put it in ink.
I'm putting it in ink.
There it is.
Like Josh Allen can't beat Patrick Mahomes to save his life or his team. So, I mean, sometimes you got to, call it how it is.
Let's go.
Sticking with sports, Super Bowl is coming up. Championship Sunday we're recording on. What are your predictions for the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen? Do you believe in the logo theory? We have it right here for you, ladies and gentlemen. The logo theory is kind of actually, it goes more deeper than the past 3 years, but I just got this picture here to show the past 3 Super Bowls and how the color coordination has kind of matched up with the teams that played in the Super Bowl. Will it be San Fran and Baltimore? It sure is looking that way according to sports books. What are your thoughts on the logo theory in Super Bowl predictions going into this Sunday?
Dude, that's like a 2-second Photoshop switch.
There's no orange.
Yeah, there's some orange going into the red there. It's kind of like a sunset.
I mean, they're grasping for straws on that. I mean,
That's what
it's
theories do,
something
man.
to make people talk. I mean, that's not even the right shade of green either. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, if this, then I'll believe it. If it plays out where we got San Fran and Baltimore, then I'm riding with it. But I think they're kind of yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's quite the same color schemes there, but like we talked about last week. I think I would love to see the Lions, make it happen because they, us being Cleveland guys, Dylan, Detroit's been right in that shitty ass boat with us for 50 years, 40 years. So to see them kind of finally shake it off, possibly, because they're because it was us, Houston, and I think Detroit are the last three that have not made it to a Super Bowl. So Detroit could cross their name off the list. I mean, there'd be a tinge of jealousy, obviously, but it'd be cool to see, especially we've seen San Fran and Baltimore before, so I'm always into seeing some new shit. And I hate to say it because the Chiefs are there basically every year, it feels like. I don't want to root for Baltimore, but I guess I'd almost rather see Baltimore. I don't know. It's a weird spot. I hate the Ravens, but I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It feels like every damn year. But definitely want to see Detroit. Shock the world, man.
They got the motivation.
You're a Lions guy, right?
I'm a big Lions guy.
Yeah.
They got the motivation this year. I think having Dan Campbell in the realm, being that he was former member of the team, now coaching the team, and Goff has just done wonders, right? They just need to button up their defense. If they button up their defense, they're going to sweep San Fran today. No problem. I know the biggest thing that they were looking for was to be NFC champs, which that's a good goal, but got to keep going with it, And it's not a win from the Lions today, just to be able to go to the Super Bowl. It's not just a win for the team; it's a win for Detroit. That's going to be huge.
Yeah,
and I'm really hoping that they get to that point. Because they do, I will be happier than a pig in slop. I mean.
After that, you guys' first win in 30 years at home, you host a playoff game for the first time in 30 years, win, and then they show that guy, I think he's 80 years old or something, been a season ticket holder for 50 years or something wild, and just they pan the camera to him. It was a really cool moment, and like I said, Cleveland and Detroit have just been two teams that have just always lived in the mud, and they both kind of made some strides this year, and Detroit still has the opportunity to kind of make it all the way. So I'm absolutely cheering on them to get there.
Hell yeah. And being a big Lions guy and just given the argument that you just did, you're either going to love or hate this next segment here. So without further ado,
it's time for the D-Lo Lock of the Week.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't done this in a while, and I'm feeling a little spicy here, and I'm going to take the Lions plus 7.5 on my lock of the week. You won't know if it hit or not because this will come out on Monday, but it's going to be one of those things that you look back and either laugh at my misery or be a nod of respect because I'm going to give it plus 9.5 here for the Lions, or plus 7.5, excuse me, plus 7.5 for the Lions at minus 120 odds currently right now on FanDuel. And my buddy Bobby over here, right up to my adjacent right on screen, you are on a heater when it comes to locks of the cinch. My guy.
No, I'm nervous about it. We haven't talked about the lock of the cinch on the show.
We haven't.
Could really put the fire out.
No, don't talk like that. Have confidence behind what you say. Have confidence behind your picks. And it's been working for you, my guy. Do you want to share with the community? Or do you want to just hide behind the sheer, what's it called? Superstition, if you will.
I'm going to hide.
You're going to hide?
Yep.
That's fair enough. I guess we'll keep it there then. But Plus 7.5. Plus 7.5 for the Lions.
You got such a shit ass record that he doesn't even want to speak on it. Nah, man.
No, it's a great record. He's like,
I don't want to guarantee the Niners Ravens Super Bowl. I hit him with that Dylan jinx.
No. Plus 7.5 for
Can't do it.
the Lions. It's already. I'll tell you I got a little thing going on right now. I'll tell you what I got going on right now.
If the Lions lose, though, are you ready to? Because you're going to be the scapegoat. You prepared for that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So
Makes them sleep better at night.
Dylan, he when he bets on certain things, typically the opposite happens. So I'm hoping this is not the case for your Lions, but
I didn't bet the money line.
Well, still, I mean, you are betting on them. So I am.
It's almost like a guarantee.
Don't lose by more than 7. Don't lose by more than 7. Make it respectable. We're talking about the 49ers team that, kind of struggled against Jordan Love and the Packers, and I feel like the Lions are better. Okay? Jared Goff, better than Jordan Love, respectively. They have a better passing core for sure, and a better defense all around.
Way better receivers, too.
Yeah, and then Dan Campbell's coming out and biting ankles. Watch out. Watch out, Brock Purdy. Watch out for your ankles. Or kneecaps, whatever. He's biting something. Okay?
Knees. I want to know what Sam Laporta is made out of, because I swear at week 18, I thought that dude's knee was just destroyed, and he's out here scoring touchdowns, balling out in the playoffs. It's incredible.
He said it's a bone contusion is what the...
Oh, really? Because it looked like the absolute worst that last game of the season, regular season.
Yeah, it definitely didn't look good. But thankfully for him, it's not as bad ligament-wise as we all were fearing. And it just ends up being just like a bone contusion. He's maybe limited on his reps, but he's just put some like warming pad on there and in between his in between series, and he's out there balling. He's definitely respectful, and I wouldn't fear away from any kind of props that he has, as he's been kind of killing it the past couple weeks in the playoffs.
100%. Is that wrapping up the mill?
That wraps up the mill and the lock of the week.
There it is, baby. Good luck. Go Lions, and we'll see how it all shakes out. Should be a good day of some football. That'll put a bow on episode 164. Walt, we really appreciate you giving us some of your free time. I know it's a little more limited these days just because you're doing it all anymore. So we're really thankful for that. Always a pleasure getting to talk to you. Like I said, it's great to see you. Hopefully we'll get to figure out something in the future where we get together and eat some barbecue and enjoy some good times. But for now, for those that are maybe new to this show and maybe new to you, make sure you plug where they can find you and all your content.
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys for having me onto the show. It's always a pleasure to come talk shop with you guys. Anybody that's new to Michigan BBQ Addicts or new to TSP, follow these guys. These guys are great. I've been on the show before. I've done lives with them. It is what it is. They are great. If you haven't done so already, like, follow, share, subscribe. Check out Michigan BBQ Addicts on all platforms. Check out our sponsors, Char Griller, the Caveman Style Knives, Yeti, and of course, Killer Hogs Barbecue. TSP, thank you so much for everything. And we're definitely going to get together for a barbecue. And I can't wait to see Ohio BBQ Addicts kick off.
There it is. You might have to host the next one, the next cook-up.
Yeah, we'll collab, man.
Let's go.
I got to pick up some dog shit first, man.
And then eventually we'll have the Midwest BBQ Addicts.
Hell yeah.
That'll wrap it up for episode 164. D-Lo, you know what time it is, baby.
Yes, sir. This one was in the smoker for a while, and it turned out to be a delight for 164. Thank you again, Walt, for coming on. I
fucking hate you sometimes.
I was the only king of the
that was good
transitions. Yeah, but thank you so much.
I hate that I like it. That's what I hate.
Oh shit!
Shut the fuck up. Sorry.
I always get derailed on these motherfucking things. Damn.
Sorry, dog.
It's all right. Thank you again, Wolf, for hopping on at Michigan BBQ Addicts, and hopefully we have Ohio BBQ Addicts, and maybe we can have a little battle of the barbecue addicts there from maybe the OS, like I mentioned earlier in the episode, OSU and Michigan football game. That's a great time to maybe do that kind of collab, but that's just me speaking, an outsider. I don't know nothing. So
Let's do it.
one more shout out as well to my daughter, my oldest, Adeline Rose Lasevich there. She did her first cheerleading performance, and I wanted to give her flowers, literally and figuratively, because I gave her some performance flowers at the end of her performance there. She performed some cheerleading at the cheerleading clinic for Troy at the high school varsity basketball game halftime show. She did an absolute great job, and she was nervous and scared. You can kind of tell, but she got through the jitters, and luckily some of her friends were there to cheer along her side as well. So shout out to you, Addie. You did a great job, and I love you.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome. Great job.
Yes.
Absolutely. And from myself and everyone, I hope you guys follow, subscribe, smash that like button, skull fuck the subscribe button, as we always do here at TSP. We like to do that kind of thing. So for myself, Bobby, Joe, and Walt, have a wonderful week, friends, and we'll catch you for 165 next week.